let me do landscape. Look, even the coloring looks... Okay. Can you, everybody, give me a thumbs up if you can see me. I know the quality's not going to be good, but if you can see me and you can hear me and it's doable, give me a thumbs up. I can already tell it's slow. But I have great Wi-Fi. This phone is a loaner phone for anybody who hasn't seen my updates. This phone is a loaner phone. And it is one that, I probably started talking too early. I bet you I'm not even live yet. I can't tell. So y'all gonna have to let me know in the comments. Okay. Nobody can hear me yet, huh? Or is it just slow on my end? It's hard to tell. I'm live? I'm seeing a lot of yays, but I'm not sure if any... Okay. Hey, y'all. Can hear you. Sweet. Okay. You guys, I had insurance on my phone. I had an amazing phone, Samsung S20 Ultra. I highly recommend it to my Android lovers out there, my Android tribe. I know you iPhone people, you love your iPhones, but the cameras on there are amazing. If you buy one of those, you don't need a professional camera, right? So, it had a teensy tiny crack. I had the cover, I had the case, I had all the stuff you should have. It's my livelihood, right? I had all the stuff. But however, now let me tell you something before. I want to caveat here. I want to preface this with, I'm highly manic. Because I have decided not to medicate with pharmaceuticals. Meaning, I drink and smoke, right? I drink and smoke. But I get my mania out. I channel my mania whenever I'm in a manic episode, because I do probably have what a psychiatrist would term bipolar disorder. I don't really believe in, I don't like labels. Of course, you can't believe in, I mean, of course I believe in them because they exist. But that means that I'm not sleeping well. I usually channel my energy on here. I can't even see myself because the comments are like blocking my face, so it's so weird for me. This is so different than what I'm used to. So give me a moment to adjust internally to this situation. It looks different. It's all different. So I'm going to be a bit, because of lack of sleep, I've only been sleeping a few hours a night, if that. I went a good 72 hours with only 2 hours sleep. So right last night I slept at Nana Pam's house, and I slept so good. I slept like a baby for like 6 hours. So that's something, right? I am going to keep going on this video as long as I have got the energy in me. I will be looking up to read the comments here. I wanted to get on for a lot of reasons. One of which is that I miss you guys. Most important, I just miss you. You guys are where I express my authentic self. I learn most about myself and my growth and my spirituality through this filter, through this lens of you guys. You trigger me in the best ways possible. And in the worst ways possible, exactly how I should be triggered so that I can further my own growth, right? And secondly, because I need to channel some of this energy flowing through me, I cannot handle it. Now, a lot of all of this happening, right, is because Spirit was trying to take me down a notch. Okay, there is a big shift happening, and I'm sure that if you're attracted to my channel, that you are feeling this. Okay, I am sure that you are feeling this. Now, as you saw in my last few readings, if you've watched your horoscope reading, I've said every single sign is going to be... Mandy's dreaming. She is out, y'all. Miss your Mandy pants? I bet y'all do. I bet y'all miss some Mandy pants. Now, if you've been experiencing, any kind of dissonance, old triggers popping up, straight, like almost like being constricted. And this may revolve around where you live, where you work, your current group of friends or people who you communicate with, even your family, okay? Maybe feeling tight in your own skin. It is because your vibration is lifting. Okay, and many of you, okay, now listen, Linda. Many of you have been doing the work. And that's why it's so confusing. Like, why am I feeling so out of tune with the universe when I've been doing all the stuff, right? Val said, walk away from that which doesn't serve you. Well, I have. I have cleaned up my Facebook. I have walked away from people not serving me. I have walked away from, I've been doing the stuff. Val said meditate. Val said take baths. Val said do that. I've been doing the stuff. So why am I not seeing, right? Why am I not seeing all my beautiful rewards? Now, first of all, they want you to know they're showing me some images. They want you to remember to zoom out. That it is not only you lifting, you doing it is the huge part of the global shift in consciousness. Everybody has to do them. You can't make the whole world lift up, but when you become fully authentic with who you are, and do you know who that is, first of all? Do you know who you are? And if not, that's okay. It's okay. But what do I always say? It's damn well time to find out, ain't it? And only you can do that. Only you can do that. And you can't find out who you are on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook, on YouTube, right? I am here to trigger you. I am here to trigger you. You can only do that by yourself. It has to be you. There is something that's rising up within you. And Spirit, take it, like for me personally, taking away my phone. I didn't realize how addicted I was. It was scary. It was scary. I still can't log into Facebook. I just now was able to log into YouTube. And not to be able to be with you guys has been the hardest part. The hardest part. Not to mention the obvious hit to my income, right? I can't do any readings. Not that I'm only gonna finish up a few readings that I owe people, but I'm not taking on personal readings right now. I just can't. Spirit's popping me in the bottom every time I do one. They take me down for longer and longer. I go through major depressions every time. So, with that being said, what's really going on? Right? What's really going on? Amy Gill, we are being tested to show our strength. That's very interesting. The choice of words I like. What came into my head this morning was rite of passage. It's really interesting. Okay, so yes, you have done the work. You've done the work. You've done a lot of work, and that doesn't mean this work is over. And yes, I know you want your beautiful rewards, right? Where's my lottery? Where's my lottery? You've done the work, okay? But I want you to look at not your physical 3D world, but look at your headspace. And then take yourself back 3 years ago at where your headspace was then. And tell me you're not grateful that your head is not there anymore. Where was your headspace 3 years ago? 2 years ago? 5 years ago? 10 years ago? We need to give a moment for our 3D world to catch up to our lifting consciousness. Okay? Time may be fluid, but it is a very real thing here on this earth in this 3D plane. Right? If you are lifting up in consciousness to the 5D, and if you don't know what that means, there's so much information. I'm not going to get into that here. I'm trying not to let my manic episode like completely take over this video because I will go on and on and on. If you don't know what 5D means, look up the 5D on Google, on YouTube. There is so much information. It's really unnecessary for me to have to explain that as well. And on top of that, they're, well, okay, stop, Val. So if you are lifting up to the 5D consciousness, right? You must give a moment. You must give a moment for the 3D to catch up. Because the goal is for us all to lift in consciousness, for Gaia to lift in consciousness, which means each individual must lift for this to happen. Every individual must do their part in simply taking care of themselves. Why do you think narcissism has become such a big thing right now? Because we needed a little narcissism. We needed a little narcissism. We have to stop worrying about taking care of everybody else and start thinking about ourselves. And I don't mean narcissism in the way that it's actually defined. It's an overused term. It's very irritating to me. I have a big problem with the overused term of narcissist. Every single person on this planet apparently has an ex that was a narcissist. How is that possible? Are you telling me 50% are narcissists and 50% are empaths? Huh? No, these are people working through their crap. A true narcissist is a very sick and, one would say, almost evil person. If you look up what it truly means, narcissism is not what you think, okay? So careful on terminology and labeling people, because just like everything in this universe, everything you put out there, it will come back to you. So whenever you are posting on YouTube and commenting and saying, oh, this is so my narcissist ex, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, first of all, you're the one cross-watching and obsessing over their horoscope. My narcissistic ex is a Gemini, and this is so him. Why are you watching your narcissistic ex Gemini video? You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? So, I want you guys to think about that with some openness, okay? Some openness. I just cut the deck. Strength. This is sort of the lesson right now. This is the lesson right now. And I love this because we see the love in this. We see the surrender, yet this is the card of strength. We see that in order to have true strength means to release control. Release control. You cannot control. Many of us think, okay, I did all this stuff. I made this big leap. I've changed my life. I'm expecting the universe to bless me with gifts. No. We must get in resonance, first of all, with this new frequency. It's not like that. We must get in resonance with this new frequency. And we must have the inner strength, compassion, and surrender to control to say, okay, I know what I want, but that doesn't necessarily mean I will say how it comes to me. That doesn't necessarily mean you get to choose how what you want comes to me. So when you're manifesting something, right? When you're manifesting something, let's say, okay, let's say you want to, I'm gonna do this for the ease of my understanding to it, right? I want a YouTube channel, okay? When I start, I'm gonna give you a personal example, and you can take this and reflect it as it appears in your life. I have a YouTube channel, right? Here I go. I'm doing this. It takes some cojones, right, to get on here and be authentic, because I believe that that's my very small part in this world, is to portray authenticity as much as I can. Sometimes I sit there alone in my meditations and I wonder how authentic I am really with myself, right? And these are beautiful questions to ask ourselves, and is there ever really an answer, right? It really does tap into the question of eternity and infinity and God and spirituality and science and how it all wraps together, right? But I start my YouTube channel terrified. And if you go back and you watch some of my first videos, it's hilarious because I'm shy, I'm embarrassed. You can see it in my face. You can see it in my face. I'm not myself. I'm not myself. But yet, I'm not sure if I knew who myself was yet. Every day, I'm exploring her. Every day, I am exploring Val. Every single day, I learn something new about this wacky lady. And I get on and I do it, and I expect to just, I'm like, oh, I'm flowing with the universe. Here I am. I was feeling this for a long time, I mean, whenever I touched my first deck of tarot, I knew it was mine. The flow with which I learned it and the speed with which I learned it was phenomenal. It was almost like I already knew it and I was refreshing myself. I knew this was mine. I knew that this was mine. I knew that this was a major step in my transformation. Without a doubt. I knew it in my stomach. I knew it in my gut. I knew it in my heart. I knew it in my head. I knew it. And then Spirit said, get on YouTube. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm finally going to do it. It took me a year. It took me a year to even do it. I kept saying it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Didn't do it. I was too scared. I was scared. So then I finally do it. And that first 1,000 subscribers, y'all, I thought it would never hit. But I look back and I think it took me only a month or two. It was really fast, actually. And I expected it to be overnight, like overnight sensation. Here's Val. You go back and watch some of my old videos. I can't. It's like too cringy for me. That feeling of like listening to yourself. Oh, it's awful. But now I can watch my videos, but I can't watch past videos. It's very strange. So I get on, I do my thing, I travel, I do my Gulf Coast walk, hiking from Tampa, hiking across the Gulf Coast, meeting all these different people. I mean, I stayed with a woman who, I met her at a veterans memorial. And I was hiking, I was rucking through there, and I had on my camo rucksack. It was about 65, 70 pounds. Water is heavy, and so are tarot cards, y'all. And I met this woman. I want to say she was about 70 years old, 72 maybe. And she was talking to me about the Vietnam War and how hard that was, and she was a veteran, and I was blown away because I was actually awarded, because she was talking about combat, being in war, literally being overseas, being in war in Vietnam. And I was awarded by the NSA. The NSA awarded me a plaque that basically said I was the 5th female ever to be specifically assigned to a combat mission. And we're talking not about nurses, which of course nurses, they take the brunt of it all. They're the life of the military. But specifically assigned for a target capture special mission of combat. I had to go be trained by Blackwater. Cost the military like hundreds of thousands of dollars to train me to do all of this stuff. I went to very special schools, and I did some serious stuff. I was in for 10 years. I was shocked. I was kind of like, okay, is she really awesome or is she lying? Because women in Vietnam were not in combat at all. And not specifically assigned unless you were a nurse, and even then they had like encampments where the nurses stayed. So I was like, I'm so confused. And so this woman offered me a ride, and I never hitchhiked with anyone I couldn't physically take. She was taller than me, she was bigger than me, but I'm like, she's 70 something, I could probably take her. That was kind of my theory. I'm like, okay, can I take her? Can I take him? So I never hitchhiked with anybody pretty much under the age of 60. So even then, I was a little, So I she ended up giving me a ride up to Tallahassee from kind of like the northern part of Florida to the northeastern part of Florida. And the reason was because she said there's literally no gas stations for 30 miles. 30 miles is a long way to walk without water, and I was the water's heavy. And I was concerned about the heat. It was summer. It was Florida. So you know what I mean. So we're on this drive, and I finally just I'm just going to be straight up. I'm just going to ask her. And I said, so what did you do in the military? I was a fighter pilot. And now I'm like, okay, now I know you're bullshitting me. Because there would be movies about you. There would be documentaries about, there were no female fighter pilots in Vietnam. And she said, I said, I kind of looked at her, like, I was active duty for 10 years. I'm not, just somebody you can bullshit, right? I kind of just looked at her like, yeah, really? And her name was Barbara. And she said, this is so powerful. She said, no, I was a man. Now I'm a woman. So I got to meet a transgender Vietnam vet. How amazing is that? Who was also a lesbian, by the way. She never stopped being interested in women, but she never felt like a man. And that's okay. Right? Who is anyone to say who you are? Now here's what's interesting. She did not become a woman. She did not embrace her authentic feminine that she felt within herself. She was married. She had a son as a man. But she did not embrace her full authenticity until she was well into her 60s. Her son has disowned her, will not, or estranged, will not speak to her. Her ex-wife, obviously, will not speak to her. And she has had to, therefore, lead a very lonely life. But she has made some new friends. However, very lonely life. She does Civil War reenactments where she finally gets to wear the dresses. She loves the Civil War reenactments. But now, instead of having to be a man in a uniform and pretending to be a man, she gets to be a woman like she's always felt. So she sews her own dresses. It's absolutely gorgeous. That's authenticity. That's authenticity. Do you know who you are? It doesn't matter if the world knows. It really doesn't. That's up to you. That's up to you. What really matters is if you know. Right? Do you know who you are? Now, my beautiful, beautiful sister, Nicole in Nally, she sent me a care package because she knows I'm going through it right now. She sent me this big old ball. I cried the entire time. I had tears strolling down my face as I opened it. She sent me 3 tarot decks, one of which I had to give up on my Gulf Coast hike because it was too heavy. The Dreams of Gaia tarot. Okay, I missed this deck. I left it with my son and he lost a few cards, so I knew I'd have to buy a new one anyway. It's a very expensive deck. Oh. She also gave me, now y'all know how much I love my Isis. My Isis deck and my Kali deck, both written by Alana Fairchild. She didn't even know that this was the author. She just saw him and went off her intuition on what to order me, right? Look at this. Divine Circus. So this is what we're going to be pulling today, okay? Because this is so hit or miss. I don't know if I'm going to get on Sunday church or not. So today, whiskey and tarot, y'all. Okay? Divine Circus. This is all about authenticity by our favorite author. By our favorite author, Alana Fairchild. Now, here's what else is cool. The artist on here, she usually has one artist. The artist on here, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 artists. So every single card is so different and so lovely. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Jacqueline, didn't you pull the cover card? Didn't I pull that card for you? I pulled one card for Jacqueline and Morgan and Nicole the other day because, anyway, long story. Interesting. Okay, so we're going to be pulling that. Now, here's what else is special. She also gave me this. Let me get close without showing my titties. Okay, so you see this? It's she sent me a moon cycle necklace. It's engraved, and there's a little piece in the back that's engraved with it. I love it. Eternally transformed. She couldn't fit eternal transformations, but I love that better. Eternally transformed. How beautiful is that? I would love it if that were the case. But we have here the moon phase. She asked for my birthday under the sign I was born under. the day I was born, this was the moon phase. It was, I believe, a waning gibbous, or a waning crescent, I believe. And it was so on point. It came with a little booklet. It was beautiful. She also gave me a little pendant that I put on my charm necklace with my bullet from Iraq and my stone. And she gave me a little goddess pendant. And you guys, it's been so hard the last few days, not being able to make money, not being able to do my job, going pretty much insane because that's how I get all my stuff. She gave me another deck called Gratitude Oracle. Excited to use this one. We'll probably use this for Sunday church. And then she gave me a bunch of bath bombs, like 12 of them, which I've never, all of this stuff would be all of this stuff is what I would have picked for myself if I had money. But I could never justify paying for any of this. So it was like the most beautiful present. It was just like Christmas. It was like getting a Christmas stocking and Santa's real. That's how it felt. I just cried the whole time. It's been so long since I've gotten, truly the last time I remember getting such a thoughtful gift is when my mother would put so much work into our stockings. Like the presents were nice, but we get, 2 or 3 presents. But she would put so much effort and thought into our personal stockings, little bitty, adorable things that said, I love you, And that's how this package felt. It was really lovely. And then what else is special is my mother. This means a lot to me. My mother bought me my first tarot deck, which is a big step for her. It's a big step for her. She has always supported me, but I think that me coming into tarot was probably hard for her as a Christian, hardcore Christian. But she's also very spiritual. She raised me to be a very spiritual person. And she was always very open with, baby, however you talk to God is how you talk to God. But for her to buy this for me was special. Tarot of the Mystical Moments. I've had it on my wish list forever on Amazon. She must have seen it on there. And I just couldn't afford to get it. So it was really special. So we're going to be using those 2 decks today, and they were both prayed over by these beautiful, beautiful women. So I'm very excited to get to read for you. We're not using Dreams of Gaia today. This is a very intense deck. We're going to save this one, but we will be using it soon. We are probably going to use the Gratitude Oracle on Sunday church tomorrow if we can. Now, if you're new to my channel, this may not be the day to come on, right? But if you are, this is how we do it here. I'm going to pull a few oracle cards. There's going to be one that gives you a twirl in the belly, a clench in the heart, a lump in the throat. Negative or positive? Negative or positive reaction? Listen closely to the message there. However, it is likely that these cards are going to tell a story of your soul. I'm feeling this card for the Soul Tribe. We'll keep this for the Soul Tribe. Alice. I haven't even read it yet. But we are entering a wonderland. Expectations, preconceived notions are your greatest hindrances. Do you expect magic? Do you believe in magic? Do you believe in miracles? How amazing can the world really be? Do not put limitations on your imagination. We are entering a new time. We are entering a new world. Get ready for those balloons to take you up, up, and away into this beautiful, mystical, never land. This beautiful, mystical wonderland. I'm loving the mushrooms in the picture. For those of you who have ever done magic mushrooms, it's funny because if you go into it with a spiritual intention, and this is key, if you go into it with partying, yeah, you're going to have maybe some fun, see some purple elephants, and have a wild trip, maybe a bad trip, a good, whatever, a trip. But if you go into it with the intention of spiritual enlightenment, most people will say I saw the real reality. Most people will say, this is the illusion. You can literally see energy moving. You can actually see it, and you know it's real. You just know at your core, this is real, right? I met a man that did ayahuasca. I don't know if I can't remember. I've met so many different people. I can't remember if I met this person or if I saw it on a documentary. I can just remember him saying it. I can't even see his face. But there was this guy that said he did ayahuasca, and he said, my intention was to meet God. I wanted to see God. Who is God? Is God real? Where is? I want to meet God. I want to meet you, God. And he goes on his trip, and he said and I'm going to make this as short as possible. He said he zoomed out, and he could see, the earth. He zoomed out above his body. He saw his body. Then he zoomed out more. He saw the earth. He zoomed out more. He saw the universe. He zoomed out more. He saw multiple universes. He zoomed out more. And all of these multiple universes were moving within a figure eight. It was a perfect cycle. Every single thing in the universe was moving in this eternity symbol. And he's sitting there, and all of a sudden, a woman speaks next to him. And he kind of, whoa, didn't know you were there. And she said, I'm always here. And he said, the cosmic joke is, God's a woman. Not that I believe God's a male or a female. But the idea is, it's not what you think. And she said, you see that? And he said, yes. And he had tears just rolling down his face. She said, isn't it the most beautiful thing you've ever seen? The horrors and the pains and the beauty and the glory and the blessings and all of it coming together. All of it coming together. And when he looked at her, her reflection switched with his, and his reflection was shining in his own eye. Her reflection was shining in his eye. So it flipped around like a mirror where he was looking at himself through her eyes. And he saw the reflection of himself within her eye and the reflection of her within his. The I am within you. I am that I am. Right? Very interesting. So, here we go. With that being said, we saw Alice in Wonderland. I had to get a little trippy. Okay, here we go. Alice. That's the Soul Tribe one. Do y'all want to read it? Let's read it. It's Alana Fairchild. She has the best author in the world. Oh, and by the way, this book came with a picture of her, which I never even knew what she looked like. I feel almost rude for not researching it and looking into her life story, but how beautiful is she? Authentic, glorious. You can see it. I want to know her. God, I can feel her. Just look at her. I mean, she's joyful because she's authentic. Authenticity, right? It's the true magic to happiness. Man, that train is serious today. All right then, we're listening. Okay, I don't have my glasses, so I'm gonna have to muddle through. Say what? Yes, I do. Y'all want to see how I packed to go to my mother's? This is my Samsonite box. That's how I packed to go to Houston. Still haven't unpacked. I just take a box. Authenticity, right? All right. Here we go. Alice. This is for the whole soul tribe. Then we're going to pull individual pick a cards, okay? New worlds are calling you forth where old rules don't apply. Where old rules don't apply. It might seem strange or fierce or freeing or wild or even scary at first. But you are meant to explore these new worlds. You will gain so much from this experience. There is no need to be afraid. When your world becomes too small for your spirit, shut the front door. Goosebumps. When your world becomes too small for your spirit, what did I start this video with? Are you feeling constricted? That's because you're transforming. That's because you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Listen to those feelings. Don't make them send you tower moments. Okay? When your world becomes too small for your spirit, it can feel painful. Like trying to walk about in shoes that you have outgrown. If you do this for too long, you can feel crippled with pain and unable to walk at all. You have a spirit that is outgrowing the worlds you've known and is yearning to experience new ones. The universe is responding to your spiritual need to broaden your horizons with new friends, opportunities, and communities that are or will soon become available to you. This applies to jobs, to friends, even family. I have new family in you, Soul Tribe. I never thought I could be so authentic. And to this day, I still am not as authentic with my own friends as I am online with you guys. Right? My best friends in the world, can you believe this? Not my oldest friends. My best friends in the world are from this channel, are moderators on this channel that I met through this channel. It doesn't mean I don't wish the best for my old friends. They're wonderful, but we took different paths. I'm expanding in different ways that they are. They're learning lessons that I'm not being challenged with right now, right? And that's okay. That's okay. That doesn't mean I don't love them. We don't have the capacity. If you have more than like 5 or 6 really good friends, you probably don't have time to take care of yourself, is what I'm going to say, right? The universe is responding to your spiritual need to broaden your horizons. Okay. You may welcome the unfamiliar or you may find it intimidating. Ask yourself that. How do you feel about the unfamiliar? Do you welcome it or do you find it intimidating? That's okay. You may wonder if you belong in those possibly strange new worlds, or you may feel like you've come home. No matter whether it's just another world or you are meant to pass through on your life adventure, or a return to a true soul family you never knew that you had, there is value in this next phase of your life path. It is essential to your overall life plan and divine destiny. When Alice appears, she brings a message that it is safe to enter into new worlds, scary or not. Whether those worlds are of ideas, new lifestyles, social communities, or other like-minded groups, or even other places. As strange or unsettling as it might seem at first, you'll soon learn the ways of those other worlds and flourish there. Alice also indicates a time when your perception is opening up. Intuition, magic, insight, visions, and creativity will increase and flow. And it is recommended that you value those things rather than dismiss them as imagination or fantasy. Don't you dare dismiss magic. When magic presents itself, the universe gives you whatever you're feeling. If you're feeling scarcity, the universe says, oh, I guess you want to feel scarcity. I'll give you reasons to feel scarcity. If you are feeling like you don't have enough, if you're feeling like things aren't going your way, never go your way. If you're feeling sad, they're going to give you reasons to feel sad. But when you feel joyful, when you feel magical, the universe will bring you reasons to feel joyful more and more and more. There is no cap. Right? There's no cap. There's no cap on happiness. There is no cap on happiness. Okay. This is, again, Divine Circus. I do not have these. I didn't even put any comments in, I don't think, because I don't have my regular copy paste. I'm going to have to rewrite all that. So, everybody take a big old deep belly breath. Take a sip of your whiskey, your coffee, your tea, your water. Whatever it is for you, baby. Man, that's good whiskey. Oak Cliff, I think it is. Texas bourbon. Calling in all angels, spirit guides, ascended masters, Allah, God, Buddha, Jesus, the PTB, the powers that be, whatever's out there. If you are of the light, we want to hear from you. Pass on loved ones of the light. The hair on my face, tickling my nose. Give us your messages for your beautiful humans down here going through it. We have Mercury retrograde coming up on the 30th. If you resonate with me, you likely go through a lot of the effects of planetary alignments earlier than others because your sensitivity, because you have lifted in vibration, you are more in tune with the universe and its movements, right? So for instance, my phone messing up and breaking down, having issues communicating with you guys, I'm going through it way earlier than other people, right? So you will be experiencing that as well. Even today, like you can hear me talking like, I don't know, my mouth is not working right. I don't know if that makes sense. My mouth is not working right. Okay. Ooh, two came out together. We're keeping them together. Oh, yes. I pulled this for myself the other day. Cherry on top. Awesome. And supernova. This is 8 and 26, which is also an 8. So this is very much going to be most likely about manifestation. I have not read this one. Okay. Supernova and manifestation. I'm sorry, and cherry on top. These cards are absolutely stunning, stunning, stunning. Okay. Play your hand. 39, also a 12. Play your hand. This is very strange. Another card popped out with it. Okay, we're only going to pull 3 placements because I'm feeling like they want me to talk about shadow and what you're transitioning out of and what you're transitioning into. Interesting feeling I'm getting here. So these 2-parters, okay, I feel like this is sort of like moving from this into this. Either way, they're going to complement each other, but these 2 came out together too. Out of darkness and play your hand. Remember, negative or positive, however you feel this, negative or positive trigger, listen at least to the message there. It is likely that you will hear a story though. And play your hand. This is a 39, which is also a 12, which is also a 3, and this is a 2. Spirit. We'll see if 2 come out together again, huh? And I shuffled these a lot because I've been playing with them. I've already read for somebody with these. One of my beautiful neighbors. Her name is Winoka. How beautiful is that? That's one of my favorite names in the world now. I want to get another dog just so I can name it Winoka. Okay. Too many. I'm feeling like I want to keep this one. Okay, so 1 fell apart and then a giant stack fell to the side. So we're going to keep this one. We're going to pull 1 more. Ra, ra, ra. Also a 10, also a 1. Endings and beginnings. Ra, ra, ra. Isn't this artwork unbelievable? You don't know what to get. Every time is like, you can't expect anything because they're all so different. They're all different artists, but the same author, so I love it. She basically probably told these artists, here's what I'm looking for, and they drew, or she found these artists, and she's like, hey, this is exactly like the card I just wrote. Can I take this? Can I buy your artwork? I'm not sure. One more, please. One more, please. Ooh, Secrets of Shinobi. So weird. These cards keep coming out together. I haven't read either of them yet either. But they, like you saw me, like I shuffled them separately. So they wouldn't have been together coming out together, but they came out together yesterday twice. So I think that's interesting. So these two are meant to be together. Secrets of Shinobi. 11. Wow, and 10 and 11. And you saw me, like, I shuffled them separately. So even if they were together, why would... That's crazy. Neat. Sorry, I'm loving this new deck. I'm loving it. Okay, here we go. I'm going to show them to you one more time in their pairs. In their pairs. Release expectation and let them blow your mind. Just follow your gut, your intuition. What gives you a twirl in the belly, a clench in the heart, a lump in the throat, right? Supernova. And cherry on top. Ooh, I felt all of them. I mean, I love them all. I don't know which one I'm feeling most. I think the last ones. Because, I mean, they've been looking at me. Look at them eyes. Out of darkness. Man, the detail in this artwork is unreal. And play your hand. Finally, rah, rah, rah. Look how she's looking at you. And Secret of Shinobi, paired with Secret of Shinobi. All right, y'all. All right. Who's excited? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read I can't read because you know how long her descriptions are. If you like the books, go get them on Amazon or wherever. And you can read the whole thing. But I can only read a little bit for the sake of some, time and video quality. Supernova first. Give me a thumbs up if you felt the first pairing. Supernova and cherry on top. It's okay. This is your reading. You can feel all of them, one of them, or none of them. Whatever it is for you. Who felt supernova and cherry on top? Supernova. Supernova. Something in you needs to be unleashed. This is not... Okay, so you heard me. It's almost like shadow work transitioning into light work. This is where you are right now. This is where the whole world is, hopefully. Hopefully. Not here, but I mean transitioning. You should feel uncomfortable. Kind of like when you were a little kid and your shoes were too small, but the next size up was too big and they give you blisters. So you in that in between, you're stretching out of your skin. This is okay. This is normal. You should be feeling dissonance if you are in flow right now, which I know sounds like a duality or an oxymoron. It doesn't make any opposites, right? But that's where you should feel. You should feel some dissonance right now. The key is to smirk at it, to say, well, well, well. Right? Supernova. Something in you needs to be unleashed. This is not a quiet and steady growth, but more like a wild explosion of created energy and sacred fire. The sparks your rapid growth will create shall ignite your body, your mind, and your soul, inspiring you to expand even beyond what you believe is possible. Are you hearing how this reading is confirming everything we're talking about already and everything that you are feeling, hopefully? Your light will shine far and wide. You cannot control it, but you can trust it. A rocket is capable of traveling far and with great power and speed before settling into effortless orbit far beyond the world in which it began its journey. I like how she said that. The world in which it began its journey, not Earth. To launch, however, requires power. A quiet and contained power is not appropriate for the task. A raw and explosive force is needed to propel the rocket from its known world to the world of from the known world of Earth, now she says Earth, towards its destined orbit in space. The oracle of supernova indicates a time of rapid growth, so accelerated and so powerful that it can feel like an explosion, as if the rocket were being launched into space. It tends to be of high intensity but short duration. Whilst this is a positive thing, it can cause shock waves and disrupting patterns and create feelings of instability and even uncertainty. As your world starts to change in ways that you don't feel are within your personal control, you may feel like there is a powerful momentum moving you out of what your life has been towards some unknown journey and destination. Personal control. If you are feeling this dissonance and you do feel like life is literally pushing me out of my box, don't make them give you a tower. Don't make they love you more than you love you. Your spirit guides, they love you more than you love you. Can you imagine? For my mothers out there, my fathers out there, they love you more than you love your children. Almost inconceivable, right? Cherry on top. This is where you're headed. If you're willing, do you hear how you need to, it's weird. It's like a rocket. It is explosive, but do you hear how you need to flow through this? Well. What's going to happen next? Cherry on top. 26. Also an 8. Lots of manifestation in this right here. If you got a trigger on these. You are so close to success, to the final attainment, to all of your efforts coming together perfectly. All that remains for you to do now is one final step. One last choice, commitment, attitude, or action, and your success will truly be complete and sweet. Sweeter than an ice cream sundae with a cherry on top. Do you feel like you are on a never-ending journey to manifest a dream? Does it seem like you have been traveling on the road to success forever, so long that you might wonder if you'll ever reach the promised land, or if that promised land exists at all? Then you will enjoy some good news now. You have been working hard and for a long time, simply going through each day doing what you need to do. This has been a necessary attitude, giving you patience and persistence. But it can prevent you from realizing exactly how far you've come, how much work you've done, because you just keep going mundanely through these days. You don't see. It's kind of like when you haven't seen your kids in a while and they shoot through. People always tell me, oh my God, she's gotten so big, my dog. I don't see it at all. She looks the same size as when she was 5 months to me. Isn't that weird? I don't see it at all. We don't see our own growth, is what I'm trying to say. Although you may not realize it, you are actually very close to achieving your goal. You might feel that it is years away, or that you have to cross many shores to reach your destination. You will be surprised when you walk around the corner straight into your destiny. This slowdown has been a preparation, has been helping us to gain some inner strength, It was necessary. Okay, I got to read just a little bit more, because they're wanting to hear it too. Like a vast container of water, almost at its threshold, there is just one last drop required. That one last drop makes all of the difference. Do not give up at the end. It's like giving up at the finish line. Apparently, all of a sudden, what has been growing within you starts to overflow. Yet all of this preparation you have done has brought you to this place. So what is required from you now are just the finishing touches, the finalizing of a detail or two, perhaps one last addition or adjustment. Everything is going to fall into place. It is that final drop that finally creates the overflow. My cup overfloweth. And who doesn't want some of that in their life? Let's pull some clarifiers. Clarifiers, please. For cherry on top and supernova. I can see so clearly. Some of you are headed into, some of you are experiencing this big bang, this big change, this supernova, or you're feeling it coming up within you. I'm getting ready for it. Spirit may be making you all of a sudden feel very uncomfortable at work, not like your workplace anymore, not like what you do anymore. Spirit may be making you feel like you want to move outside of your city to a different location. These things I know are huge, and I know that they're scary, but whenever you start, trust your intuition, for those are your, they're showing me images of a cockpit. I've never even been in a cockpit, but I'm seeing images of a cockpit and all the meters and the gauges. Your emotions are your gauges to show you the altitude of your frequency and where you are headed. You are blind without them. Trust your intuition. Spirit, can I get some clarifiers for this, please? I did put this card back, just so you know, but I feel like that one's kind of for the whole soul tribe too. But I did put it back because it's a great card, and it often comes out to clarify. So let's see. Ooh, yes. Ooh, yes. Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups. Okay, this is very much, first of all, about taking care of you. I know that most people don't think that when they think the Queen of Cups, but that's the very first thing I think. Okay, what do I always say when Queen of Cups comes out? You got barnacles growing on your butt, baby. And what that means is you take care of everybody else but yourself. Do you even know what you want? Also, speaking to your intuition. The Queen of Cups is the most intuitive of queens in the entire deck. She is the most loving. She never everything she does with others in mind. Now, that does not mean to say that she doesn't take care of herself. There is a balance there. But she does take everything she does in action. She thinks about how it will affect others, right? Right? Now, that's what I'm concerned with some of you about. I'm worried that you will not make a bold move because you are so concerned about others, right? It is not your job, and I'm even in talking about your children and your immediate family. It is not your job to make them happy, especially your children. It is, well, I mean, especially anybody but you. But your children, your job is to create a safe environment for them to find a way to make their own happiness. The best gift you can give a child is to ensure that they know how to make themselves happy, that they know who they are, and you allow them to become that. That's your job. Your job's not to make them happy. And you are taking away from their growth and who they will be as a young woman or young man whenever you try to force that on them. That just came out of nowhere, but okay, there we go. Spirit, what else? What else? The Lovers. The Lovers. Ooh, yes. Ooh, yes. Now look at this. The first thing it's easy to see is birds of a feather flock together. But look, these are two different beings, species. We have a bird and a woman who have fallen in love together. She has donned a dress of feathers to match him, to be close to him. Okay? For some of you, okay, I don't often talk about love here. You guys know that. You guys know that. But love is an aspect. Love is an aspect of spiritual transformation. One could say that love is what the source is made of. So does anything else matter, right? But when we speak of our 3D world romantic love, I feel like some of you And I'm going to clarify this. Someone out there is scared to tell someone. I feel like for some of you, this supernova is love. Someone's afraid to tell someone that they're in love with them. Someone's afraid to tell someone that they want to be with them. Someone thinks that they're either not good enough for them, or that that person's not good enough for them, or that they won't fit into their world. That's one aspect. The other thing I'm feeling here is falling in love with your higher self. Right? In the lovers, traditionally, we have a man and a woman with Archangel Gabriel over them. Man looks to woman. There, it's from a side profile. Man looks to woman as woman looks to spirit. And spirit says, yes, I bless this union. Right? This is about balancing your divine feminine and masculine. And I think that's interesting because look what's next. The King of Pentacles, female. So in this specific deck, so we have the Queen of Cups and the King of Pentacles, female. In this specific deck, there are 4 male kings and 4 female kings. They say you can take out whichever one you want, but it's a basically feminine deck. It's a divine feminine deck. However, I kept them all in because I like the duality of it, right? I'm feeling like for some of you, this is about, and I think it's so funny, I started the video talking about my beautiful transgender Vietnam vet friend who's in her 70s, right? A king feeling like a beautiful woman. Look at her stability, right? Notice that all of those flowers have what look to be gold coins as she slips one gently into her chest, like a slot. Speaking of stability, this is beautiful. Queen of Cups, intuition. For this supernova, and transitioning into your cherry on top, I want to say, first of all, you're almost there. This period, this transition for you, if you felt these cards, was about gaining not only stability, but also working on your relationship with money, with scarcity, but also trusting your intuition again. I kept hearing again, trusting your intuition again. Interesting. For some of you, you may have made some bad choices, and so you stop trusting your intuition, you overanalyze, you stop trusting your intuition, but we are all born perfect with magic, with intuition. And we can all tap into this greater consciousness. It is available to you. I do not have special gifts. I do not. I have nothing more than you have in your DNA. But the more that you work on yourself and the more that you trust your intuition, the more you're going to get exactly what you deserve. And this is a choice. Free will, above all. Free will. Above all. Interesting. All right, next 2 cards out. Out of Darkness is going to probably be the shadow. I'm just going off intuition and imagery also. And Play Your Hand will be your light or your advice, right? Play your hand. I want to say also that for this last placement, these 2 right here, I kept seeing in my mind the 10 of Wands and the 9 of Wands. Like you truly are almost there. And I know that's frustrating to hear when you're at the end. Like it's like being at the finish line. I have no breath. I have no air. I have no water. I'm dying. I want to give up. And it's 10 billion gazillion times harder when you can't see the finish line, right? That's what usually keeps us going in the end. We can see the finish line. But when you can't see the finish line, yeah, I know how hard that can be. I know how hard that can be. And I just also want you to know that there is no real there. Yes, we're going to hit goals. We're going to hit attainments. But the minute, Nana Pam always says, get busy living or get busy dying. We're eternally transforming. Jump in to this wild ride, for it is very short. It is so very short. Out of Darkness. Number 2. Give me a thumbs up if y'all felt out of darkness. I hope y'all are still there. I haven't seen any comments in a long time. So either y'all are listening. I see people on. I hope I'm still on. I have no idea what's going on. I'm just surprised that this thing is still going. I almost don't want to turn it off just because I'm scared I won't be able to get back on. It's weird in portrait too. Y'all tell me how y'all like it, portrait. Something something that has been troubling you, something dark within you or in your life is about to become something else. Ooh, I like that. You won't see it coming, but when the time is right, and it soon will be, out of darkness will come new life. A seed of new life is growing. Didn't I show y'all a picture earlier, an image of a seed growing up out of it? This is happening, man. I'm telling y'all, something's happening. Seed of new life is growing. Perhaps you cannot see it or feel it because the seed begins its journey into life in the darkness, hidden away from sight and away from light. This seed is destined to bring new life to a situation that might seem to be dying, a fresh perspective to a stale problem. When the time is right, and that is fast approaching, this seed will push through, rise up, and reveal itself. It will no longer be just a seed, but a shoot that will grow into a plant and can then flower and bear fruit. It is not a question of whether or not it is going to happen. It is going to happen. It is just a matter of time. Whatever struggle or challenges in your life or in your heart right now, trust that it is going to work out. I got a bit emotional there. I promise you. And I know that's a big deal, but I do promise you. It's not only going to work out, but you're going to be so thankful that it even happened. Not only that, but the very thing that seems to be the darkest in your life, the most troublesome, is actually going to be what brings forth a beautiful gift of new life. Lovely. Play your hand. These two are to be read in tandem, in partner. Play your hand. A giant piece of nasty mud just got on my card. No, I do not think so. $39. I'm going to see if anybody is even here. I don't even know. I ain't got no comments, but you know what? I can see at the top there are 53 people. So, you know what? That's okay. While I'm looking for this card, y'all don't forget. And I also see at the top that somebody sent me a super chat. I love you. Excited toe. Thank you. I love you guys. Whoever sent that. I will watch this video later and I read every single comment. But for whatever reason, it's not letting me see any comments right now. Okay. Also, I want to say, I'm going to post in the community tab probably tomorrow. But the full moon is coming up next Wednesday. I will be doing a big full moon ceremony because next week I'm going to see my son graduate. So if anybody donates to my channel, please make sure to tell me what you want to manifest and what you want to release for the full and new moon ceremonies. Cash App, Venmo, PayPal are the best ways because I can immediately throw you into my spreadsheet and I have your name. If you have YouTube, I usually only have a handle and then you have to email me and I have to match it up. It's very, very difficult. Okay, so if you donate on Super Chats, it's very difficult for me to add you to that. But I do my best. I really do. But with this phone right now, it's been very difficult. I have a computer, but it's about as good as this phone. Y'all know how it is. Y'all know how it is. Okay. And if you don't tell me what you want to manifest, release for the upcoming full moon, because this is a huge transition time. If you don't tell me, I'm sending you frogs and toads for transformation. And believe me, People have found them on their porch. They will come. Okay, play your hand. Oh, I'm excited to read this card. I've been wanting to read this. Look, she's throwing little dice and stuff. It's a cute card. She's like, oh yeah. Look at that little mischievous thing. She's adorable. She's adorable. Oh, I'm losing my voice. I have a bug in my drink. Protein, huh? Let me see if I can get it. It's going to drive me nuts. Oh, I think I got it. Well, thank you, Lord. I feel like I was helped out there. I'm usually not very good at that. Oh, Lord. I told y'all. Warning. Manic. Have you been playing your cards close to your chest? All of this is just unbelievable. I can see exactly where the whole world is at, maybe in different ways and situations, but my goodness, Lordy bug. This is crazy. Have you been playing your cards too close to your chest? Have you been waiting for the universe to give you a sign? For life to show you how to proceed? Sometimes we need to be patient and surrendered, but there's also a time to take the initiative. What I say, you want that tower? You want that tower? It's your time to show your hand to the universe. What do you want? What can you offer? Ask, express, expect. The universe is waiting for you to make your move. Okay, my little chess players? It's time for you to make your move. There are times to surrender and flow, to let the universe show you where to go. And you can feel this if you tap in and still your mind. Be quiet. Remember that praying is talking to God. Meditation is listening. You will know. You will know. To let the universe show you where to go, then there are times when you need to choose free will. To play your cards, to make your move, the universe is asking you, what do you want? Do you know what you want? If not, it's okay. But it is damn well time to find out. Right? Right? Don't waste a golden opportunity and such a receptive audience. Go into your heart and ask for what you want. If you don't know the details, that's just fine. Ask for the essence of what you want and leave the finer details up to universe to sort out. Do you want love? Do you want abundance, peace, pleasure, passion, purpose? Or do you want creative freedom to discover, express, and enjoy the hidden inner treasures of your unknown talent? To feel safe and secure within that you can relax and live your life to its fullest. What do you want? Start with the broad concept of what you really want. Try to remove, my friends, and I know this is difficult, try to remove your family, your children, your parents, your siblings, your spouse, your everyone, your girlfriend, your boyfriend. Remove everyone from that. I'm not saying they can't be a part of it. I'm just saying for the purposes of you getting to know you, remove them for now. Close your eyes. What do you want? Start with a broad concept. Spirit, can we clarify, please? Moving out of the darkness into playing your hand. Some of you have had to slow down. Some of you have been forced to slow down, huh? Forced to slow down. Interesting. Page of Wands and Knight of Wands both flew out. Ooh, yes. Somebody's moving, transitioning. Someone wants some passion back in their life. Okay? There is literally not a card that would better clarify, play your hand, take a chance, be a little impulsive than this. The Knight of Wands. Okay? Look at that. Jumping through a ring of fire like a silly willy. But you know what? Having fun, living life. Anybody else ever done that? Nope. Nope. The Page of Wands. Now, Page of Wands is the bringer of passion. This is an interesting perception here. Looking at the finer details. Looking up close. Zooming in a little. What do you want? Do you know? They're ready to bring you this passion. They're ready to bring you this joy. They're ready to explode your world, to blast off this supernova. You got to play your hand. You got to play your hand. But how do you play your hand if you don't know what you want? Right? I mean, how are you going to pick your numbers if you don't even know what you want? I want to take an opportunity real quick to tell you guys an old joke. Now, I learned this joke in Italy. I can understand some Italian. I'm not very good. I had a very short stint there. I can't really talk about it, actually. It was my time in the military. But I was only there for a few months. Stayed undercover, like in this lady's house, a little old Italian lady. So I can understand a itsy bitsy bit of Italian, but most people catered to my American ass, bless their hearts, and I was also very young then and ignorant. So most people did their best to speak English for me. But this little old lady told me this joke. She said, he's better in Italiano, but I do my best. She said, I'm going to tell you the joke. She said, there's this man. I've told this before on my channel, but it's been a minute. There's this old man, who went to this, it was in Venice, and there's these beautiful fountains everywhere, right? And this one had this gorgeous angel on it. And he went there every single day at lunchtime because he worked every day, 12 hours a day, worked all day, hands bleeding, just worked his ass off his whole life. He went there every day for decades and said, please, beautiful angel, please let me win the lottery so I can take care of my family. He had all these great things he was going to do with it, right? He had all these great things he was going to do with the money. It wasn't just about just getting rich. It wasn't about that. He was just, I want to take care of my family. I wanted to, when we all have those dreams, right? We've all dreamed about winning the lottery and having those dreams. My first thoughts are always, I'd buy my mom a house. I would buy my son this. I would buy my grandma this. That's the way we are. We're all very gut-loving and giving in nature, right? And of course, I'm going to buy a jet and travel the world. So, the old man, he's around 70 years old. And he's up there praying every day. Please, let me win the lottery. One day, the angel comes to life. There's this vast golden light all around her. She looks at him, and he's looking up like, and she says, my darling son, I would be happy to grant your wish if you would only play the lottery. You can't win if you don't play. And I am not only talking about the lottery, and I'm not talking about the lottery. I'm talking about life. We sit here, we dream. But we never take one step towards that dream. Start making your dreams into a reality. Start shifting your dreams into a reality. Start knowing what you want. Anything else for this? Anything else for this? The Emperor. Didn't I say something about chess pieces? Isn't it your move? Okay? Take control of your life. Okay? There's a beautiful time to surrender and flow. And then there are times that Spirit's like, come on now, you're boring me. This is just boring now. I'm tired of doing all the work. Get up, lazy butt. Do something. Make it happen. I know it's not easy. I know it's not easy. I have been a struggling YouTuber for over 2 years now. And I'm still only at 25,000. Do you see me giving up? I will keep on fighting. And I don't know if this is the last thing I'm going to do. I do know it's the most fun thing I've done yet. But I thought that about the corporate world and the military world and being a cheerleader in high school and band. I have transformed over and over. Don't be scared. You can change everything. Don't worry about what people think. Take everybody out of the equation. What do you want? What do you want? All right, finally. Rah, rah, rah. Rah, rah, rah. This might be one of my longest videos ever. And Secret of Shinobi. I can't believe any of y'all are still hanging in there. Secret of Shinobi. Oh, I'm excited to read these. I probably felt these buzz the hardest in my hands. But it's going to be wherever you are. But if you're like me, these are already telling a story for me. They're already telling a gorgeous story. I need to take all of this advice. All of it. I even have someone I love I haven't told I love them yet. Well, I've told them, but I haven't made any effort to be with them, really. Okay, rah, 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 number 10. That would be the wrong book. Where'd it go? Found it. Who felt this? Give me a thumbs up if y'all felt this. I'm going to go back and read every one of these comments. I'm going to go back and read every one of these comments. Give me a thumbs up if you felt this. I love you guys so much. Have I mentioned that today? I don't know what I'd do without you. I do know. Apparently I go crazy. Y'all should see me the last couple of days. I haven't been able to sleep, eat, nothing. Oh, it's been awful. That tells me I'm on the right path. But you know, I'm more thankful for my channel than ever now. And maybe Spirit was taking it away to say, how much do you love it? Are you taking advantage of being able to get on here anytime you want? Whew! Tell you what, you guys are going to be getting some horoscopes as soon as my new phone comes in. They couldn't fix it if y'all missed that update. I'm getting a new one. Get the insurance. It's worth it. Even though it's been a horrible process for me, I'm the one that broke my own phone, so I can't bitch. They're sending me a new one, and it costs, my deductible was $30 for a $1,200 phone. Are you joking me? I ain't crying. Have you had enough of the dark side of life? How funny that this is a story. How funny that we're coming out of this. Have you had enough of that yet? Enough is enough. Have you had enough of that? How funny that we pulled that card and then moved on to rah, rah, rah. Fear, doubt, uncertainty, anxiety, frustration, and believing that you cannot manifest your dreams are signs that you've been in the darkness for too long. Sometimes we need that darkness, right? But sometimes enough is enough. And you're the only one that can say that. It's your time to step out of the darkness and into the light. It takes a lot of courage to leave darkness behind and embrace the light. I know that doesn't sound like it should take a lot of courage, but it is terrifying. It's cozy in the darkness, isn't it? Mother! I put it on Do Not Disturb, y'all. I've had plenty of calls. I don't know why my mom's came through. That's weird. I hope everything's okay. It's okay. We're almost done. I'll call her back. That woman doesn't ever watch my channel. Okay. Fear, doubt, uncertainty, anxiety, frustration, and believing. Oh, I already read that. It takes a lot of courage to leave darkness. To step into the light means that you give up an attachment to drama. Ooh, I feel that. Ooh, that triggered me. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it again. To step into the light means that you give up attachment to drama, to the stories of suffering and pain of the past. Oh my God, I'm feeling that. Y'all, my whole 20s, poor pitiful me with a chip on my shoulder. Golly. You don't deny your struggles or your pain. That's not what we're saying here. You do not deny. All I see, my mother just sent me a text, y'all, and it said, I couldn't read the whole thing. It only showed like a little bit, ... And it said, you will not believe what your son just... I don't even want to know. But I'm going to find out. I'm glad I'm here with you guys, and I have a good excuse for not answering that call. You don't deny your struggles or your pain, but you know it is possible to let it go in favor of trust, reassurance, comfort, and commitment to what holds meaning for you again and again and again, for as often as it needs to be until you are free. Sometimes the courage of stepping into the light means a willingness to set aside the mental anguish and say, today, today, I just choose to trust that everything's going to work out according to a higher and unconditionally loving divine plan that has my best interest at heart, even through the struggles. It means that you acknowledge what you have gone through without needing to keep score. Ooh, that's a big one for me too. Ooh. It means that you are willing to pay more attention to what is happening in this moment and to behave to believe wholeheartedly. I'm having a hard time with hose today. Please don't demonetize me, YouTube. Wholeheartedly that the universe is working with you and for you, not against you. What do I always say, you guys? What do I always say? I'm going to say it again. And to believe wholeheartedly that the universe is working with you and for you and not against you. This is not happening to you. It's happening for you. Like a sun cracking through the night to bring the dawn of a new day, the oracle of Ra 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 is your divine wake-up call. Your dark days are numbered, and your time in the divine spotlight is upon you. Be willing to shine your light even if no one else around you seems to understand. Acknowledge or recognize it at first, or even for a long time. You are brave enough to shine through true with or without others holding your hand and encouraging you. You are brave enough to shine through, and you don't need anyone holding your hand or encouraging you. But if you do need that, well, I'm here to do that. I know it's terrifying to put yourself out there, to be real, to be authentic. But if you want to truly find joy and bliss at a level that you've probably never experienced, the closest being when you were a child, a young child, you must be authentic. Secret of Shinobi. Secret of Shinobi. 11. These two are read in tandem. Shh. That's how it starts. Shh. Can you keep a secret? It's time to play your cards close to your chest. What in the truck? So this one right here says, do not play your cards close to your chest. Now we move on to playing your cards close to your chest. What do you want to say, Shinobi? Soon enough, you'll be ready to stand upon the mountain top for all to see and hear. For now, let things unfold in the guarded privacy of your inner world. Okay? If you have a dream, you don't have to tell everyone. Let them see you live it. That just popped into my head. And don't go around saying, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. Just start doing it. Just start doing it. I mean, give notice to your landlord if you're moving, and definitely your boss if you change your job. But you know what I mean. When the time is right, for now, let things unfold in the guarded privacy of your inner world. When the time is right to be seen in the light, you will know what is true and what to do. Until then, be patient, be private, be committed, and wait for the right time to shine. The ninja goddess brings you a message, sometimes being less visible, less transparent, less seen, for a time is helpful. It doesn't mean being dishonest or deceptive, but it does mean keeping your intentions and your truths to yourself until you see the best way to attain your goals. I want to give you an example here. If you do want to make some kind of wild supernova move, and you go around telling everyone, if you're like me and you believe that people's thoughts have power, right? So it's like for me, whenever I hiked the Gulf Coast, I only told the people who would worry about me a lot, right? Until the very last minute. And I told my channel, of course, like, I'm going to be doing this like in a few days, so peace out, y'all, pretty much. But I only, for safety reasons, told my mom and my best friend and my son, and my ex-husband, because they needed to know, right, where I would be. And for safety reasons, I got a tracking device that I inserted into my clothing so that if anything happened to me, the first thing a kidnapper would do is throw my phone out. Well, they wouldn't know that this was sewn into my clothes. So, you know, I mean, unless he took all my clothes off, but luckily I'd be wherever I was going to be by the time I got my clothes off, right? So that way people could track me. So I was safe about it. However, if I would have told the whole world, I'd have to worry about the intentions of others' thoughts affecting the energy of my journey. What people think about it. I could feel it as I started my hike because I started posting on Facebook. And all of a sudden, things changed within my hike. At first, people thought I was crazy, and I felt crazy. Literally, in the first couple of days, I only did like 5 miles a day. I was like, oh, this was a bad idea. This was a very bad idea. I got blisters. I am tired, right? But then people started posting and saying how powerful it was and how it made them think and all of this stuff. Their thoughts and their energies around it started shifting, and so therefore did my trip. So if you've got a big plan, a wild dream, keep it to yourself for now. You don't have to tell everyone until you take action. You don't have to tell anyone. Right now, just think of it like military, like it's a need to know basis only, right? Need to know basis only, for your eyes only. In fact, the best way to attain your goals might be more of the iron fist in the velvet glove approach. You might find that a gentle persuasion works far better than a direct confrontation, which can unintentionally inflame a situation and trigger defensive reactions in others instead of finding a way to bring resolution. If you have been frustrated that you are not breaking through into a more prominent position or not being seen as clearly as you would like, don't worry. That will pass, and you will be given your time to stand up and be seen in the right time. For now, at least, you can move more freely without obstruction, jealousy, competition, or sabotage if you keep your private affairs very private indeed. And I think you know who I'm talking to out there. You will feel this card, okay? There are some of you that play it too close to the hand, and you need to play your hand. Play it too close to the chest, and you need to play your hand. While there are others of you, I don't know why I wanted to say whilst. I have some really weird spirit guides in here today, and they're giving me funny words. Whilst you have some very interesting people out there that need to keep it a little closer to the chest. I love that these cards are so different. This is a veering from the story a little, but I feel like this was a very important message, possibly for one specific person or a very small group of you out there. Because most of this is about coming out into the light, out of the darkness, playing your hands, being authentic, and walking into a new world. So this is for a very small group of you, or maybe one. And you know who you are. You will feel this. You will feel this if this is yours. However, mostly we're going to stick with the rah, rah, rah. When we're clarifying this, I'm going to clarify this separately. Okay? And this happens. It's okay to have a change up. It's not me talking here. It's them. So, I got to just do what they're telling me to do. Y'all know how it goes. All right, where's the clarifiers? So, rah, rah, rah. Can you clarify rah, rah, rah for me? Yeah, and also remember this rah, rah, rah is a 10 coming out. This is gorgeous. It's a end of cycle, but also 1 + 0 is a 1, new beginnings, right? I just want to kind of refresh you on rah, rah, rah. Have you had enough of the dark side of life? Fear, doubt, uncertainty, blah, 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 blah. Takes a lot of courage to leave the darkness behind, but you're about to do that. Detaching from your story. Detaching from your story. Rah, rah, rah. I'm hearing that very strongly. Detaching from your story. The world. Yeah, someone's finished a cycle. This is a big time zoom out for you. And there are major blessings, major downloads, major miracles, like huge magic that is available to you if you're willing to shed this story. If you're willing to stop identifying with that old story. They're saying zoom out. You have finished this cycle. The only reason you're still in it is because of you. Maybe you're addicted to the suffering. Maybe you don't know another way to live. Maybe you think you've had it worse than anybody else. I went through this phase, y'all. I really did. Especially in my 20s, early 30s. Oh my God. I just thought, poor, pitiful me. My sister killed herself and my dad was killed at a bar. And I went to Iraq. And someone's always had it worse. And even if they haven't, everyone suffers. And the greatest pain each person feels is the greatest pain they've ever felt. It's equal to your greatest pain. A baby having colic for the very first time, that's the only pain it's ever known. And it's horrifying. That's why they scream like crazy. That baby's pain is just as painful as me suffering through the loss of my sister and my father and watching so many people be killed in Iraq. Just as great. It may be different, but it's just as great. It's just as horrific to them. They don't understand. They just came out of a place that was cozy and where they didn't need to feel hunger or thirst or worry about love. They heard a heartbeat. They didn't have a full understanding of self yet. Yet you existed at that time. And to come from that and into this world of pain, it's the worst thing in the world. And we've all experienced it. Let it go. Just let it go. Allow your life to be different right this second. Just let it go. Zoom out. This is a very short life. Do you want to spend it angry? Do you want to spend it sad? Do you want to spend it in suffering? For those of you who have been able to let it go, who have moved on, pray for those who haven't. Pray for those who haven't. Oh, yes. The Hermit. Oh, yes. Go within. I love this connotation of the Hermit. I love this connotation of the Hermit. This is a very, this rah time. It's all going to be, what they're saying is, it doesn't have anything to do with your outside circumstances. It's all about you, baby. And how you view your outside circumstances. Right? Right? Look at this. She's sitting on top of a lighthouse. She's holding a teeny tiny light as a beacon for others. For those of you who have, be a beacon for others. Change the world. One soul at a time. One smile at a time. Make your life a living prayer. Jimbo, say hi to the Soul Tribe.
Hey, everybody.
You gotta come over here and say hi. Say hi, Soul Tribe. Y'all miss Uncle Jimbo.
Hey, y'all.
We've missed y'all.
Yeah, big time.
We love you. They said, hey, we love you.
Ditto.
I assume. Okay. Ooh, Lord have mercy. I'm going to just do just a quick clarifier on this Secret of Shinobi. What's going on there? Secret of Shinobi. Yep. Secret of Shinobi. Somebody needs to keep it close to the chest. Somebody, if this reading didn't resonate with you especially, and it may still have resonated somewhat, but somebody will know if this is for them. Will know if this is for them. Oh yes, 7 of Pentacles. One more, please. and 3 of Pentacles. Okay, so this may definitely be a work thing, right? May definitely be a work thing. So 7 of Pentacles is about, you really need to look at what you're getting out and what you're putting in. And I don't just mean, specifically I'm feeling for a job. And I don't just mean how much work you're doing, but how drained are you at the end of the day? How much are you giving? Are you overly loyal to a company that is not loyal to you? I just had this conversation with a beautiful young woman named Grace, 18-year-old, who's being taken advantage of at her job. And she feels bad about leaving them for a better opportunity. Why? They treat you like duty. Now, I'm not saying your company may treat you like duty, but I do want you to take a good hard look. If the Secrets of Shinobi triggered you, I want you to take a good hard look at what you are putting into any situation. It may not be work, but I'm feeling work for whatever this is. But it may be family, it may be friends, it may be any situation. What are you putting into it, and what are you getting out? Just be cold, hard look. A cold, third perspective, really zoom out. How would you advise someone in your situation and position to move forward, and are you allowing yourself to be taken advantage of? Okay. And then 3 of Pentacles, because there's something else on the horizon for you. Okay. I feel like there's something else that's better for you. And you know this. It's like you know it in your soul. You already know it. I don't know why you are not acting yet, but I really want you to take a cold, hard look at how you're going to move forward. And I want you to remember that there are others that are going to help you. There are others who are there for you. There are others who are going to support you emotionally and mentally, and also your own spirit guides. I want to pull one more clarifier. Clarifier, please. I heard making your life your canvas, painting a new life. I feel like some of you are really scared because this is something that you haven't ever considered. Yeah. It's your move. There's some chess pieces, huh? There's some chess pieces. It's your move, baby. It's your move. Universe is kind of waiting on you. I'm feeling like some of you may be getting signals or triggers from the universe that it's time for a situation to change up. I feel like, yes, this suited you for a while, but it's no longer providing back energetically or financially, whichever it is for you or both, what you were putting into it. And you're feeling the urge to move on. It's like I was saying in the beginning of the video, like you're itchy in your own skin. It's like, ooh, if you are dreading going to work every day, which I know, we got to work, we got to pay the bills, life happens. I get it. But God did not make you to be that way. He didn't make you to be unhappy. He made you to be divinely happy. And you are meant to keep moving forward. Okay? People get stuck on I have to stay in this job for 20 years. You don't have to do that. Maybe you feel like you have to do. Everybody's different. But if you felt this card, somebody is stretching out of their skin. And it may take some sacrifices. It may take some downsizing. It may take some of that. I just want you to be happy. And you may be happy with less. What are you putting in and what are you getting back? And especially within your heart. I don't just mean financially. Right? Okay. Loverly. I love you guys so much. I have missed you so much. I needed you so much today. I just, apparently I can't live without you. So you're stuck with me. I can see at the top the donations. I wasn't able to see the live chat. I hope I've been on here and they're not just lying to me that there's 50 viewers on here right now. However, I am going to go back once this video uploads. It takes like 30 minutes or so for the comments to upload, and I'm going to read every comment. I usually turn the sound down, and I just geek out on your comments because I hate hearing myself talk. However, I'm going to do my best to get on tomorrow for Sunday church. I hope the video quality of this wasn't too bad. And as soon as my new phone gets in, y'all, we are going to be destroying some horoscopes. I am so ready to get back on. I miss reading for you. Sometimes Spirit takes things away to make us appreciate Him that much more. I certainly know. I was questioning my channel and like whether or not this is the right way for me to go. I even filled out an application at the Dairy Queen down the street, if that tells you anything. So I was like, maybe even just getting any kind of paycheck right now would be great. But this slowdown, this pullback, this Spirit, God taking this away from me, made me realize this is mine, and I've made this channel for nothing. I started with 1 subscriber, just like everybody out there, and I'm gonna keep going, and I am gonna hit 100K, and I am gonna hit 200K. I'm gonna do it. I want to grow my tribe, but I also know that if you're attracted to my channel, are a bit ahead by quite a few years of other people's transformations. And that I don't mean that in an egoic way. It's just some people are more sensitive to the nuances of the universe, and some people have had more suffering that has forced their transformation faster. Right? Everybody's going to get to the same place. So my channel may take longer to grow because other people are not in the same place as we are right now. For those of you attracted here, but for those of you who are, I would appreciate it if you shared and let your other woke friends know about me, and hopefully we can grow this beautiful tribe so that I can keep doing this and making my mortgage at the same time. All my bills are caught up. It's okay. Thank you to House Start for Life for her beautiful and generous donation. You paid my bills this month, girl, and I don't know how you knew to do that, but yeah, I'm not going to get a YouTube check this next time, so because I've been off for so long. So I am half in love with you right now. So if you want to get married, you just come on to Texas, honey. Come on. Lauren, right? Anyway, I love you all so much, and I miss you all so much. I'm procrastinating on getting off because I don't want to. But I can't see your comments, and I'm excited to go read them. So what I'm going to do is we're going to sing our song. I know it's not Sunday church, but we're going to do it anyway because I need the energy from you guys, and you need it from me. Let's all link up from your heart chakra. This is Nahko and Medicine for the People, Nahko. Look them up. You will not regret it. They are transformative, and you will literally feel your DNA shifting as you listen to their music. Nahko and Medicine for the People. What do they say? Thank you for being here today. And you too. They say, don't waste your hate. Rather gather and create. Be of service. Be a sensible person. Use your words, no, don't be nervous. You can do this, you've got purpose. Find your medicine and use it. Love you all, my soul tribe. And manifest this reading for you. This little fly's about to die. He has been all over me today. I manifest this reading for you, and I manifest this energy. Be authentic. Watch your life change. Start today by being authentic with yourself. What are you thinking? I love you all. Like and subscribe. It's like tipping. Catch you on the flip side.